Enhanced forward presence is a demonstration that NATO understands the risks of our region at a given moment and is reacting proportionately. Enhanced forward presence raises the deterrence posture here in the northeast corner of NATO, protecting us all, because we know that defense is indivisible. We have a neighbor who does not respect its own signature on international agreement, who is more and more openly asking for a change in the international value-based world order. From very small age, you felt repressed and occupied. This was exactly how it was growing up in the Soviet Union. And since 1973, when I was free, up to 1987, I had to live with this internal feeling that it's all wrong and I cannot do anything about it. People do see soldiers from enhanced forward presence, our British, French and Danish allies. They also see the Baltic Air Police mission airplanes flying over their heads on exercise or scrambling to look at the planes which are violating our airspace. These are all visible signs that we are protected.
They still think that Baltic States and Poland is the territories of, supposed to be the territories of influence to Russia, and that obsession that these territories have been lost to NATO and to the West is still very deeply in their consciousness and mind. After occupation of Crimea and what's happening in Ukraine, it is clear that this mentality is still predominant. Revanchistic mentality is still predominant in this country's leadership. We do see the militarization of Kaliningrad, we do see aggressive exercises. All this signals very clear message of demonstration of muscles, of posture, demonstration of aggressive attitude, and we need to respond appropriately. We need to face this reality and to adapt to it, of course, only with deterrence position. No threats, no any kind of aggressive reactions towards our neighbors, just commitment of deterrence and self-defense if necessary.
We don't see any imminent threat against any NATO ally, but we see a more assertive Russia. A Russia which has significantly increased its military presence in this region and which has invested heavily in defense military for many, many years. And most importantly, a Russia which has been willing to use military force against a neighbor, against Ukraine, and also against Georgia. We don't seek confrontation. We don't want a new Cold War. Actually, we seek dialogue with Russia, but we have to send a clear message to avoid or prevent any misunderstanding and any miscalculation. NATO stands as one for all for one. That's the best way to prevent conflict.